Welcome, 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 beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. Let me breathe, let me breathe. As George Floyd said, I need to breathe. What did we just witness, man? You know, as a supporter of a club, the main thing you always want going into a game is that your team is gonna win. But because of the disgustingness, I swear to God, by far the worst fan base I've ever seen in my life is the Barca fans. So before going into this game, I wanted Barca to lose more than I wanted us to win. Yes, indirectly, it's the same thing. Us win the game, Barca lose. But you guys deserve to lose more than we deserve to win. Because you guys talk so much shit, so much trash. We kept humble. We said you have injuries, but we have injuries. It's unfortunate. We would have wanted a better knockout game with everyone fit. But no. You guys said 3-0. You guys said 4-1. I looked at the odds. Bet365. All these filthy Zionistic betting companies putting Barca as a strong favorite. The Barca PR is absolutely filthy. You know, there are two strong PRs. It's the Madrid PR and the Barca PR. But the Madrid PR I've always been able to accept because they're stat padding UCLs. They're stat padding UCLs. It's deserved. Where's this Barca PR coming from? Where's this Barca PR coming from? Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Paris Saint-Germain. What a fucking performance, man. Missing Ousmane Dembele. Missing Desiree Doué. Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, Marquinhos, and João Neves from the start. You know, even PSG, when they put up the lineup, Neves was there. We're watching when they do the Champions League anthem, we see Warren. You get surprised. What's going on, man? Where's Warren doing there? What happened with Neves? Mandzukic away. I mean, been there, done that. It's not a hard thing. I said it before. If PSG play Barca, I'm more confident going away. Because, first of all, Barca's mentality when they're at home, I don't know, they shit their pants more. And we're just a better side away. And then even looking at the game, I mean, there's so much to talk about. Even looking at the game, look at the goal. Look at the Fugazi goal, Liga. Best attack. I knew that Barca was going to be weaker attack this game. Olmo hasn't been good this season. Yamal just came back from injury. Rashford has been consistent, got an assist, another one. You know, he was Barca's best attacker. Ferran Torres got the goal. But I knew that Barca was not going to be insane. But it's crazy that your goal, the only goal that you scored this game, came from Vitinha just giving it to you. He was like, you start off 1-0 up and we'll come back and beat you. And then that PSG first goal. Nuno, where is he going? Where is he going? You know, that's what the casuals expected Yamal to do this, and Nuno having to follow him. No, it was the opposite. It was not Yamal looking for Nuno. Gives it to Mayolo. Kubarsi mistake. I don't want to hear that PR anymore as well. Mayolo takes the touch because he's a lefty-righty. He does some Dembu stuff, goes there, that puts it top right. Chesney, no chance. And it's 1-1. And, you know, the first half was actually tight. The first half was tight. But then the second half starts. And oh my days. Paris Saint-Germain came out so strong in that second half. And Barca were genuinely dog shit. I mean, I've watched so many Barca games. That's definitely the worst Barcelona performance I've seen under Hansi Flick. By far. You can maybe say some rotational game in versus some La Liga farmers, but at the big stage, definitely the worst performance. Zero control from Barca. They just kept on losing the ball, launching long balls to Ferran Torres, diving the entire game as well. You know, I said this before the game. Athletically, PSG are way superior to this Barca team, and we saw that. They kept diving the entire game. Yamal little broing Nuno little broing Yamal. Pedri was crying when Vitinha touched him. It was a complete mismatch. And this is a weakened PSG. Yes, Barca are missing Rafinha. Balde came off the bench. And Juan Garcia. I just don't understand how stupid people can be, man. I don't understand how stupid people can be. Because it's not just the Barca fans, it's the media, it's the casuals, it's the idiots. You know, there's so many idiots talking about football nowadays. Why do unintellectual people want to share their opinion? I want to share my opinion. Why? Because I'm an intellectual person. I know what I'm talking about. But people just love to troll. And they think it's funny, acting like a 5-year-old. And then the goal at the end. I mean, it was coming. It was coming. You know, Barca, because we were pushing up so much, they had, you know, that Olmo opportunity. They had 2 free kicks outside of the box. Yeah, and I saw even Barca fans say Nuno deserved a red card. Nuno went for the ball, tackled Yamal. Yamal got the free kick. That's not a second yellow. But obviously, you guys do not understand football. Then obviously, Hakimi, Barca, terrorist high line offside trap. When we are cooking them as well, when we are pushing for that goal at the end, Gonzalo Ramos, my super sub, my absolute super sub gets the goal, and Paris Saint-Germain get the victory. Man, I said it before, you can't let us win. Now that we're so depleted, we just lost to Marseille and everything, you can't lose to us. And you did. And now you're gonna get cooked. And all Madrid fans, please. I know you lost 5-2 to Atletico, but be shameless. Cook this Barca team. Cook this Barca team. Alright, now we've gone off over like the brief thoughts and all of that. Let's go into the game, man. Let's go into the game, man. Let me check the stats. 1.52 XG. That's the thing, if someone just sees the stats, you'll be like, it was a tightish game. But no, especially in that second half, the gap between PSG and Barca was immaculate. Immaculate, if you say so. The thing with Barca is, even when we were controlling the game so much in that second half, they could still, you know, one long ball, Rashford one moment, gives it to Yamal, bop, one big opportunity. So that's the continuous, dangerous thing with FC Barcelona. All right, let's talk about the players here. Who do we choose first? You know what? Let's start with Paris Saint-Germain. Lucas Chevalier. Decent game. Don't blame the goal on him. I mean, Barca never tested him. You know, this game, I was like, this is going to be Chevalier's test. Didn't have to save a single shot, man. Barca is so asthma. Zabarni. Now I understand why Luis Campos and Luis Enrique pushed 2 months for Ilya Zabarni for 66 million, man. Royce defender. Absolute. Like, he was put against Rashford 1v1 so many times and Rashford couldn't do anything. Huge. And that block on Ferran Torres early, I will never forget. Pacho. How this guy is not generally seen as a top 3 centre-back in the world, at least, is absolutely disrespectful. Didn't put a single foot wrong, dominated the entire game, man. Nuno Mendes obviously got the man of the match for this game. 4 chances created. What a baller, man. I mean, Yamal tried to dribble Nuno in the first 25, 30 minutes. After that, he stopped doing it. He just shy his pants. He just shy his pants, man. Nuno Mendes, what a baller. I mean, I would say once again, the best fullback we have ever seen in the sport of football. And you may say, yes, he has to show it for more years. And I understand that argument. Because then everyone would be reactionary and everything. But just think about it. Think about the greats. Lam, Roberto Carlos, Dani Alves, Zanetti. And then think of Nuno. I don't know. Am I crazy or is Nuno crazy? Ashraf Hakimi. Back. Got an assist. Big game from Ashraf Hakimi. Defensively with his run. Like some of the recovers. I remember like sometimes Ferran Torres gets it on the left. And then I see just beep beep. Hakimi coming. The athleticism quality between the two teams was so huge. We're quicker. We're stronger. And we're better. Zaire Emery. Good off the ball and good even with the ball. Very happy to see the improvement from Warren Zaire Emery coming in for João Neves. Very happy. Very happy with Warren Zaire Emery. Keep it up consistently and you will come back to your best. So happy with Warren. And Vitinha, stinky first half, including obviously the mistake. But that's the thing I love about Vitinha. I remember the same thing happened against Liverpool away. Wasn't that good? And then pop, when he just turns on, he goes back to Vitinha. And that's exactly what he went back to. Shout out to you, Vitinha. Fabian Redondo Ruiz. On a pitch with De Jong, with Pedri, with Olmo, with Vitinha, with Warren, Fabian Ruiz was the best midfielder on the pitch. What an electric performance. The touches, the movement, even defensively. Fabian Redondo Ruiz. Oh, I will come to it when I talk to Barca, but I remember when I built my combined 11, the stuff Barca fans said about this dude. I will come to him. Don't worry. We're not stressed. We're no stressed. Ibrahim Mbaye. Clap. Applaud to Ibrahim Mbaye. Shout out to you, man. 17 years of age. And genuinely, obviously, when you look at expectations, perform way better than Yamal. But even if we remove the expectations, created a lot of threat. I don't know. Yamal, it's that insane pass he put to Ferran Torres early on. That, if you remove that, Yamal had a generational stinker. Apart from that huge chance he created. But shout out to him, Seni Mayulu. The goal, absolutely amazing. But there was once, he got the ball between like 4 players. And the touches and the movement and the... Jogadorino. Absolute Jogadorino, Seni Mayulu. Absolute Jogadorino. What a baller, man. What a baller. I don't want to see Gonçalo ever start again, but I do want to see him coming off the bench. Huge goal by Gonçalo. Seni Mayulu, huge goal. A huge performance, man. And both him and Mbaye and Warren as well, making the Paris Saint-Germain Academy proud against, you know, the team which is most famous for its footballing academy. Szczesny is going to Barca here. And again, to the Barca fans that are watching and other fans, I'm always going to be honest. I will not, you know, lie. Szczesny, I don't blame the 2 goals on him. Nothing he can do. Huge opportunities, huge opportunities for Mayulu and Gonçalo. Nothing he can do. George Martin, you know, Balde didn't play, and decent by Martin. There was one time I remember Hakimi nutmegged him, but apart from that, Gerard Martin was solid, and that's exactly what you want and what you want to expect from Gerard Martin. So decent game from him. Kuparsi. Inigo was definitely holding his hand last season, man, because he just looks so unexperienced. So many passes he puts for the goal. He just misreads Mayulu's run, then tries to go for the ball, doesn't get it. Yeah, he needs experience, man. He needs experience. Eric Garcia, I just don't understand the point of putting Eric Garcia. I mean, I start Flick. He knew PSG were going to press hard. But I mean, if Araujo was there, I think Barca would have been better defensively in this game with the runs that we had, with the athleticism. I mean, Eric Garcia even came off injured. But he didn't, you know, cost a goal or anything. Kunde, generational disaster class. And Mbaye made him eat the Catalonian grass. Kunde. But yeah, stinker. Pedri, 7.5, man. I'm so happy I don't care about these ratings, man. Pedri stinker. On the biggest stage. And this is why I will still have Pedri as my second best. But this is why I always will put Vitinha above. Because yes, Pedri might look aesthetically more pleasing. Maybe sometimes Pedri does stuff, you know, very nice to see. But when it comes to the big stage, when the mentality locks in, underwhelming performance. Great from Luis Enrique tactically putting Warren Zaire Emery on Pedri because Pedri could not breathe this game. Warren was just on him all the time. His spins and all of that. It didn't work. Hey, yeah, a very bad game from Pedri. You know, when I talked before about this game, I was thinking about 3 players. Lamine Yamal, Pedri, and Rashford. These were the 3 individual ability players that could step up for Barca in this game. And Pedri did not. And now we come to the young. And this is so funny because I don't want to be arrogant. I don't want to say I'm a genius. I'm so right. People should always listen to me. But what have I always said about De Jong? Stop getting fooled by Real Oviedo and Real Mallorca. This is the Champions League. How many times does De Jong need to drop these sinkers? The best double pivots in the world. Best double pivots in the world. I mean, I don't have to say that much, but this dude absolutely stinks. He's not even better than Warren, man. Please, I never want to hear De Jong hype ever anymore. Please, please. For God's sake, man. I don't care if he has a 10 out of 10 versus Getafe and Mallorca and Botafogo and Almeria. Please, this dude stinks. Stinks. Rashford, best attacker for Barca this game. Got the assist, beautiful assist given to Ferran Torres. And overall was just a threat on that left-hand side. And yeah, he didn't get that much of the ball. You know, always they got to glaze that right side and Yamal and everything. But yeah, Rashford, efficient, good game. Almost stinker, but it was expected. And Olmo has been in poor form. You know, even Fermin has performed better when he's played instead of Olmo. And yeah. Some huge question marks about Olmo. I mean, he's injury prone, and then in so many big games, even Inter's second leg dropped a stinker. Almost time at Barca looks a bit questionable. You know what, we'll come to him last. Ferran Torres, great goal, and honestly, I was critiquing the decision. 2 decisions by Flick. I critiqued Eric Garcia instead of Araujo, and I critiqued Torres instead of Leva, but fair play. Torres had a really good game. His pressing, his movement, the goal he scored, he was there. He was there. He was definitely it's someone that was threatening from Barca. Wait, can you hear? ¿Y qué fue? Ese pela. Oh. Game starts off, and Yamal is insane. What was it? He cooked Barcola and Vitinha with a roulette, or I don't know what that feint is called, and then goes inside, cooks Nuno as well. And then maybe 10 minutes after, huge trivela pass to Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres goes past Chevalier, but Zabarni is there. Yeah, there ended Yamal's game. 25 minutes in, 2 moments, one actually impactful. The first one, I mean, it didn't lead to anything. And the game was over for Lamine Yamal. And there's so much we can say. We can talk about his constant, arrogant Instagram stories before games. He needs to genuinely stop it. You're just embarrassing yourself, man. And you're just being arrogant. Just play football. Just play football. Why talk shit? Why talk shit before the game? I'm on a mission. Show that on the pitch. You know, football players are not influencers. You're a football player. A football player talks with his feet and with the ball. He doesn't talk on Instagram. Second of all, best player in the world. Yamal being second in the Ballon d'Or is an injustice to the sport, man. Absolutely locked up. You know, cooks Nuno in the first instance, and ever since then he can't do anything. You know, we even took out, who was it? Lucas Hernandez came on in the 65th minute. He played versus Lucas Hernandez, who's had 3 ACLs in his career. I don't need to say more, man. I don't need to say more. Just today, the truth was proved. PSG is a better team than Barca. Barca needs to be humble. Vitinha is the best midfielder in the world. Dembele, I mean, he got even more PR points after this Yamal generational stinker. Yamal, his kryptonite is Nuno. Ay. You know, Laporta. I remember Laporta was like, oh, I want to face PSG to decide who's the better team. Oh, Pedro, I want to play PSG. I want to see who's the best team. We were always the best team. But you guys were extremely arrogant. Your club, your fan base, your player, your president, everyone. The only one that was probably not arrogant is Flick. But you could talk about his tactics being arrogant. You know, for our winning goal. Why are you playing offside trap high line? When PSG have been better the entire second half and are pushing for a winning goal. It didn't look like that we were closing off. Why are you playing a high line? Why are you playing a high line? So yeah, a lot of question marks. Obviously, I can't digest everything there is to talk about in this game, but this is my review straight after the game. Hopefully, guys have enjoyed this. Make sure to tune in for the post-match podcast where we will digest this game, and obviously more videos coming in the future discussing this game, because this game was big and this game ended in a big way. That's been it from boy PSG, and hopefully, guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez Paris.